Hi everyone, welcome back to Sgcarmart Reviews. So here we have the new BMW X1. So this is the third generation model and we've already done a preview of this car, so you can click here to see that particular video. But today we're finally going to get the chance to drive it. So let's go. Now, before we start today's review, did you know that you could be losing up to $5,000 in value when you trade in your car? Quotz helps you sell your car quickly and easily. With the new Quotz doorstep, get a professional inspection by our certified mechanics at your convenience anywhere on the island. Quotz will then auction out your car online to its wide network of dealers to bid on your car. Once bidding is complete, Quotz will update you with their best offer price at no obligation. It's that easy. So if you are thinking of buying a car like this BMW X1, try selling your car with Quotz instead. To find out more, visit quotz.com.sg. That's QUOTZ.com.sg. Now, let's get back to the review. The new X1 is a bigger car, so it's longer, it's wider, and it's taller than before. And the design elements have grown as well. So we obviously have a bigger front grille, we have bigger rims, bigger everything in general, right? But perhaps most importantly, the overall design and shape of the car is slightly different from before. So from the much more upright grille to the fact that it's just a lot more squarish, a lot more boxy, I think the new X1 looks much more like a member of the larger X family, like a baby X, more than a sort of plus size 1 Series hatchback that it probably used to look more like before. And I think that's good. I think it's a better looking car, it's quite pleasant on the eyes, and it looks like a BMW X car. Now, a bigger car means more space, and that's very evident here in the boot. So here we have a 540 litre boot, and that is really quite sizable for a car in this compact class. So it easily swallow up the big luggage, and it won't pass the anti-trolley length test, but it's still quite a big boot, and if you need more space, there's more space underneath there as well. For some context, the larger X3 has a 550 litre boot, so this is only 10 litres smaller, and I think if you put it in that kind of context, this is quite a sizable boot space. Now let's go jump in the rear of the car. The BMW X1 is priced at $241,888. The 1.5 litre engine produces 121 brake horsepower and 230 Nm of torque. The 7-speed transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 10.5 seconds. The car has a claimed fuel consumption of 14.7 km per litre. For more details on the BMW X1 or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now, rear seats is actually a lot more spacious than I expected. So this is my normal driving position and I have plenty of leg room. Headroom is very generous as well. And I must say, for a car in this class, I'm actually quite surprised. It is much more spacious than I expected. And a little neat trick, if you need more space in the boot, you can actually slide the bench quite a far way forward, so you can see it's quite sizable. And even then, my knees are not touching. It's close, but it's still comfortable. I could sit here for 30 minutes, no issue at all. So I think that's a neat thing to have. Now, as far as amenities, we have aircon vents, but no dedicated controls, and we have 2 USB-C ports here as well. We also have ISOFIX points, but it's a fairly simple rear cabin, but very spacious, I would say, for its class. I must say, I'm surprised it's quite comfortable. It's nice and flat here. It's not super narrow, and yes, there is a transmission tunnel, but there is plenty of space on either side, so you could put your feet down, and I do think 3 adults will fit here perfectly comfortably. Now, just like the 2 Series Active Tourer, this X1 gets the new generation BMW interior. So you have the curved display with your twin screen setup, you have your new steering wheel, the new sort of floating center console thing, and from a look and feel perspective, I think it's actually very nice. It feels a little bit more upmarket than you would perhaps expect from a car in this segment. From a functionality perspective, it's operating system 8, so it's, I think, still a little bit complex and a little bit dense. So for example, if you click the menu here, there's like 30 things to see, and then each one has even more stuff. But it's one of those things where you need some time to learn the system. I guess the one good thing is that there is the BMW personal assistant, so instead of trying to find stuff in the system, you can just ask the car for it. So for example, hey BMW, show me the weather.
Currently there are thunderstorms.
So yeah, stuff like that, right? We have the massive charging pad again, but there is this nice ambient lighting strip around it that kind of mask its size a little bit. And there's plenty of storage space, so there's 2 cup holders, there's a nice big sort of empty slot over here. This still opens the wrong way. As far as materials and build quality are concerned, it's it's a BMW. It feels well put together. It feels sort of nice and expensive enough. You know, this is again an entry-level model, right? But I would say from a driver's perspective, you don't really have too many things to complain about. Now let's go drive this car and see how it feels on the road. Now, the X1 is offered in this particular sDrive16i, guys. So you have a 121 brake horsepower 1.5 litre engine with 230 Newton meters of torque. And that power figure is important. We'll come onto that a little bit later. As far as how it feels on the road, I think it's a perfectly usable engine, right? It's got decent amounts of shaft, and you know, when you really need to put your foot down and there is a decent amount of speed. It's obviously not super quick, but then again, you're not buying X1 to be going really quickly, driving very sporty, stuff like that, right? You really just want to get from point to point, and I think it's a perfectly usable engine. Now, in terms of refinement, I think it's okay. There are more refined 3-cylinder units out there. It's usable. I mean, you don't think too much about it. I think it's a perfectly fine engine. Now, in terms of comfort, the X1 is a little bit on the firmer side, and I think that's what you kind of expect from BMW, right? You know, known for slightly more dynamic handling cars. And yes, this car is a little bit firmer over bumps. I think then the trade-off for comfort is a little bit more dynamism when you're going through corners. So, you know, handling's quite nice and tidy. Nothing spectacular again, but you know, good enough. You know, if you go quickly around corners, it's decent. You know, a little bit better than some of your more comfort-oriented crossovers. So, the new BMW X1, is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? I think this is a will buy, and there's one key reason for this. So, as I mentioned, this car now has a 121 brake horsepower 1.5 litre engine, right? And that obviously means that this is then a Cat A car. And this is the first time that a BMW X model is offered in the Cat A segment. And of course, you know, in this particular COE climate, this is obviously a great benefit for customers, but I think in general, you know, this lower sort of entry point to that premium segment is going to be very appealing for customers. Overall, the X1 is a much improved car. So it's, you know, bigger, more spacious, packed with more technology. It's more car than before, and that's to be expected, right? You know, with this new generation. And of course, that comes with a bigger price tag as well. So this is now asking for around 240,000, you know, with COE being what it is. Yes, it's not cheap, but you know, what do you expect? Everything is not cheap now. But if you look across the market, you know, as far as your premium compact crossovers are concerned, this X1 is actually one of the more affordable options, and that's precisely because, you know, it is a Cat A car. So I think to the consumer, this is going to be a very appealing car. So if we consider how popular the other Cat A BMW models like the 116 and 216GC has been, I think it's very safe to assume that this car is going to be really popular as well. So that's it for our review of the new BMW X1. So do like, share and subscribe to our channel, especially for all of you that are watching that are not subscribed. I think that's like 80% of you. Please go subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you will be alerted of all our upcoming videos. And we're on TikTok as well, so follow us at Sgcarmart. So that's all I have for today's video. I'll see you soon. Bye! Very fast, very short.
That's what she said!
Here than a much more softly sprung. Whoa, completely blacked out. So let's go. That sounds super weird. W X1 is 3 to 1. Now,